So I built a AI system which I think is really cool and I think you will find valuable. I call this system internally a old lead reactivation system, which does a lot of legwork. So this is my CRM. Like my CRM, my guess is your CRM will be like this. Like we have 2,000 people that showed interest at some point but never converted, and no one has the time to figure out where the conversation dropped off, what was their concern, what is happening in their company right now, and write a relevant message. So I built a AI agent, which is basically I have prompted ChatGPT to do certain things, which I will give it to you. What it does, it goes to my Gmail and it reads what happened on Gmail. If you see on the left, in the step 3, it pulls all the company context. That means it reads all the email threads, it reads all the meeting notes. If there was a meeting that ever happened, we use something called Phantom. It also researches them on the web, if they're hiring someone, if they are going in a conference, etc. And last is get sales, is where all the LinkedIn context, whatever I have discussed with them on LinkedIn, it combines all of that. We have given it guardrails in like in which situation what kind of thing you should say. So if it's a normal lead, like lead came in, but a meeting did not set up, it will send a different kind of reply, which will teach this person something, give a insight. So it will say, hi Arjun, a lot of education and employability tech founders. Now it personalizes based on the context and the person, and it writes a message. And now my salesperson can edit it, delete it, log it in the CRM, send it, whatever they want to do. So now in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to show you how this works. So if you see on the left, the way it works is everything starts from the CRM, because CRM logs all the emails. So it kind of knows when did we last email this person. So it goes to the CRM. It will figure out based on the last touch, what are the stale leads or companies. We don't care about contacts. We care about companies because we're in B2B, right? Then it pulls all the context, like I told you, from multiple places. Then it classifies the company, because sometimes the company is already a prospect, they are a client, they are a vendor. So if they're not a prospect, it shuts them to the side. Then it identifies the right person in my CRM. Okay, if you were in part of a proposal, you were talking to 7 people, so who is the right person to follow up with? Then it of course scores the opportunity. It will figure out, okay, we have to, let's say, reach out to the vice president. This was what we were discussing last time, or whatever the objection was last time. This is a new web signal. How do we go forward with that? So it will score which opportunity it should go after, and will pick a approved teaching template. Okay, so now this is a thing that you should know. Even though AI has come in since 2022, one problem with AI is whenever you ask it to go write a follow up draft, it is not able to do it in a good way, meaning it starts pitching things that my company does not do. And my guess is your company does not do, and right? So giving it some kind of templates really help. Otherwise, AI goes rogue. That's why. So this is one part where you need to put a little bit of effort giving it templates. Then it will pick a template and it'll personalize the template. Ideally, in the template, you teach something, because if you teach something, the chances of people reading your emails again and again is good, because they're like, okay, every time this person comes to me, he has some insight. And it updates the Google Sheet. So we also have a Google Sheet over here, which has the status. Okay, our draft is ready. It also shows you the same draft preview over here, why it created the draft, for this person, link to the HubSpot contact. When did the batch start? Did it check HubSpot? Did it check Gmail? Get sales? What was the web signal it used? A big part of what we do for clients, where we build the client acquisition system. So after lead generation, this is something we help clients with. Here's the thing, OpenAI also does this. So OpenAI Codex, all of this is done in Codex, by the way. So if you see, I have just given Codex a prompt, a long prompt. You can pause, copy, paste it. Otherwise, I'll give it to you. And you give this Codex a prompt, and it runs the prompt and says, hey, I have created the Gmail drafts. These are the ones I have blocked. These are the webs. Everything is over here, whichever web signals it used, right? Now, Codex, if you see the OpenAI official video, there are two big problems that I have solved in this. One is it basically assumes that all the context is in the CRM. I do not assume that. I don't think my CRM is a mess. And if your CRM is a mess, this helps you, because my context lies in the CRM, in my Gmail threads, in my LinkedIn threads, in my meeting note taker. Everything is scattered. So combining them is one part. Second, if you see the follow-ups that official OpenAI is creating, the, it's really bad. And if you say send these kinds of follow-ups, I'll try to zoom in. It says, "Hi Chris, Harbour Retail looks like a good fit for a focused OpenAI discussion around customer support." No one is going to reply to that, right? So these two things, one is template part and pulling on the all the context, figuring out who's a prospect and who is not a prospect based on so many places. That is one thing this thing does. So now this system is only built for one part. So basically, we as a company, by the way, we are doing this work for 10 years for clients, 50 different industries. So we know a little bit of how client acquisition works, but it actually helps with step 4, which is if we say there are 5 steps of the funnel. First is the problem you have is you don't have number of good leads. We help with that. Leads are there but they're ghosting, they're not setting up meetings with you. Then meetings are happening but the quality is bad. Number 4 is meetings happen but sales is not closing. So step 2 and step 4 is where this small project helps. And if you want to know more about how we help with all 4 things, if you like this idea, you I would suggest you watch this seminar build video. Take your time to do it. And if you want us to work for you, you can go on our website. If you can click on pricing, we are very open on pricing. So you can see if you already have a team and you want us to just give the system, teach a team and get out in 3 months, we have that. Or if you want us to execute, then the pricing and everything is over here. Now about the system, how the system works. The system, if you want the GitHub, first thing is you can take the transcript of this call. You can tell it to your Claude Code or Codex, it can give it to you. But other thing is, if you want the GitHub, it has some private templates. So I'm just sharing it to people who watch the video and email it to me. If you are a client or ex client, you just message me on WhatsApp, I'll send it to you. You email me, I'll send you the GitHub link. And if you're thinking, what will you do with the GitHub link? This is a different GitHub link that's again free to share. All you have to do is you have to copy the GitHub link. You go in your Claude Code or your Codex and you just go over here and you say, hey, basically replicate this for me. Ask me for things like API or things, whatever things we need to get the outcome from this on GitHub, and just copy all the architecture, etc. for this GitHub. And it you don't have to do anything. You can just prompt it. Zero coding required. I don't know a word of coding. Now, as a free thing, happy to share this HubSpot contact classifier. What it does is, like if you see, I have a lot of leads. It classifies if the person is a ICP or a influencer, and if the company is a prospect or they are already a current client or a vendor. So, and it also automatically adds a note. Basically, if your CRM is a mess and no one manages it, this is step 1 that you should do before you should do this. And of course, happy to help you. We also help companies set this up. Reach out to us and we will execute it for you. Thank you.